What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Stay tuned for this episode of Inside Homeboat Workshop. Well, welcome back to the shop. It's been a little bit, but time for another shop update. So welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. So last time I talked to you guys, I was trying to knock out some projects so that I could take a little vacation. That went really well. Took a vacation. We ended up spending almost 2 weeks in my hometown in Pennsylvania. Had a great time. It was awesome. We drove all the way from Colorado to Pennsylvania. It's like 27, 28 hour drive. We drove the whole way there straight through. Well, on the way out, we didn't go quite straight through. Ended up stopping in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Did all the chocolate town stuff. Didn't quite go to the park, but we did a lot of the tours and the chocolate world thing. So that's really cool. It's been quite a few years since I've been there, but if you're in the area of Hershey, Pennsylvania, definitely make a stop over there to the Hershey chocolate factory thing. It's really cool. We had a great time when we were out there, spent a lot of time with family, and was able to bring home a few projects, including some wood and stuff like that. And now I've got some more work to do coming out of that, because I got a cool chair project coming up, that one of those metal like park bench kind of chairs that's metal on the sides and you put the wooden slats on there. But this was something that my grandparents had and the slats were all gone, but my brother and my dad sandblasted the frame, and my brother put a really awesome coat of paint on it, and now all I got to do is make the slats. I also was able to bring home some wood while I was there that was milled from my grandpa's property. I got some really cool white oak. I'm going to be milling that up, making slats for this bench, and it'll be pretty cool. I just need time to do it. Did you guys get a chance to check out the last few videos that came out? One was the quilted maple guitar. I got that thing dyed and the finish applied to that. That video is doing really well, so thank you guys for watching that. And also a shout out to Jay Bates. I'm sure you guys have heard of Jay Bates. He featured that on his interesting stuff from around the web segment that he puts out on his website every week. He gathers a collection of different things that are going on online, and he featured that video on there. So Jay, thank you, man. Appreciate it. If you haven't seen the video, there's going to be all the videos that I mentioned are going to be linked down below in the description, so you'll be able to go down and check it out. Since that video's come out, I've been able to get that guitar completely put together, and I took it to the first band practice a couple nights ago. Oh, nice. I'm really liking that. I really think, honestly, that that's probably so far my best quality guitar that I own. And I own, several commercial, store-bought versions of, different brands and things. And I really think that that guitar that I just finished up is probably the best one that I own. So check out the video, and also stay tuned for the video where I'm polishing the finish and putting it all together. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go inside, edit this episode, and start editing on the episode for wrapping up that guitar. Another video that I put out was the shop stool with the little slab top with the bow tie or the butterfly or the Dutchman, whichever way you want to call that, and the pipe fittings for the legs and all that. Originally I had a different plan for the legs. I was trying to work with a local blacksmith to forge some kind of legs for it, but just our schedules didn't quite ever work out where he was available and I was available, and then I was on vacation, and I just went a different route, and I will do another project with him in the future. And finally, the one that just came out was something new I'm trying. I've had this little LED work light for quite a while. Recently I charged it up, and it said it was charged, but man, it didn't have any output. So I was just about ready to throw the thing away because I figured the batteries were dead. But then I kind of got to thinking, a lot of times I spend fixing something or making a repair on something here in the shop to get some more life out of it. So why would I be so quick to throw something like this away? It's not very expensive, but still it kind of got the gears going. So I decided that it might be kind of cool. Let's start trying to fix more stuff and throwing less stuff away. That's an idea. So I ended up taking this apart, replacing the battery pack, had a whole new pack made up, and putting it back together. It's a really quick video. I'm going to start doing videos like that. I'm going to call them fixed and then I'll have whatever, you know, the title's gonna be or something like that, where I'm just doing a repair. I mean, it could be something as super simple as fixing my daughter's shoe. I've fixed her shoes a few times, a little thing comes off it and she wants it fixed back on, so we glue the silly thing back on and it's good to go. Rather than just throwing stuff away, all of us as builders, makers, whatever, should really try to fix some things instead of just tossing it out. I know that sounds like tree hugger something or other, but really it's good experience when you start tearing into something that maybe you're not familiar with, but you get to see how things work and maybe find what's broken and figure out where to get parts. You may discover a new source for parts. In fact, even just on this video, when I went to my local, I went to Batteries Plus, not sponsored, it wasn't a sponsored post or anything, but if you haven't been to a Batteries Plus or a battery shop, specialty battery shop like that, they got a lot of batteries in there and fittings and connectors, all kinds of stuff in there. Kind of gets the gears going for what might you be able to do with some of that stuff if you had a project that was going to need it. So I'm going to challenge everybody, next time something breaks, take an extra second before you throw it in the trash, look at that thing, study it, maybe take it apart, open it up, and see if you can fix it. So I want to know if you guys can fix, if you guys fix something rather than throwing it away, let me know for sure, because I'm going to try to do that more for myself, but also it's better for the wallet, really. I mean, you don't have to spend the money. This little LED light, I think the battery pack cost about half of what a new replacement would cost. Actually, I don't even know if they still make this or not, but it was about half the price of what I paid for this new. So it saves you money, really. So give it a shot. So something else that's new, I launched my Patreon page about a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe something like that. So yes, now I am on Patreon, finally. Some people have asked before, do you have a Patreon page? Well, now, yes, I do. And I gotta first give a shout out to Sean Fuller of Fuller Custom Guitars, first patron. Right on, Sean. Thank you, man. You rock. If you're interested at all in supporting Home Built Workshop on Patreon, there's a link down below in the description. You can head on over there and check it out. And thank you, and I appreciate it so much. Don't feel obligated. I'm not asking you to go do it. I'm just putting it out there so you know it's there if it's something at all you're interested in. So I need to give a couple of shout outs, some thank yous. The first one is gonna be to Sean Fuller, who I mentioned a minute ago. Thanks, man, for sending me the stickers and the patches and the strings. Man, I'm really excited and anxious to try out those guitar strings. So my bass does need new strings, so I'm probably gonna replace those with the ones you sent me. Also, as I get to restringing some guitars, I'll be trying those guys out. So thank you so much, I appreciate it, and been rocking the CD too. Right on. Another thank you needs to go out to Dave. Dave sent me some of his homemade beeswax and mineral oil cutting board polish, conditioner, sealer, whatever you want to call it. Thank you so much, Dave. I'm going to send you some stickers too, man. So thank you very much. I haven't had a chance to try this out yet, but conveniently, I just finished up a couple of cutting boards. So these are not a project or anything. These were some scraps that I brought home when I was in Pennsylvania. I found a bundle of scrap wood that belonged to my uncle, and I was able to bring those home with me, and they're just glued up in some random patterns. They're random widths. I just machined them all to the same thickness and glued these up. I think they look really neat. Dave said that when he uses this, he usually uses it on top of a coat of mineral oil. So I've already applied a coat of mineral oil to these cutting boards, and right here, I'm gonna go ahead and use this board conditioner. I'm just gonna use a rag and kind of just wipe some on. When I first smelled this stuff, it smells really sweet and smells really good, and I couldn't quite put my finger on what that smell was. Well, Dave clued me into the fact that it's honey. And it's made out of beeswax, but I never really associated it with smelling like honey, but it has a really nice smell. I've never used a product like this, so I'm not 100% sure the best way to apply it. I'm just gonna swirl it on like it was some kind of car wax or something. If in fact I'm doing it wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comments. Wow, that really adds a richness and an extra layer to the depth that the mineral oil doesn't really quite add, so I'm really liking that. I'm guessing I need to let that dry or cure, something like that, but I'm gonna finish applying this. So thanks a lot, guys, for tuning into this Inside Homebuilt Workshop episode. My camera battery's dying, so I need to shut this thing off, go inside, get it edited and posted for you all to see. So until next time, thanks a lot for tuning in.